welcome back to today's news. We're going to be talking about Amazon shaking up their screens. We're going to be talking about a Harry Potter global celebration for this year, a AI free film festival, and then we're going to wrap up with a little bit of information about AMC and their bankruptcy problems. All right, everybody, let's go. Okay, so to start off, I don't know about you guys, but for me, Amazon Prime's like UI screen, like the that when you're scrolling Prime and everything sucks. I hate it. And thankfully, even though this company has billions of dollars and I don't know, make a good bit of money through um, their Amazon Prime video portion, it sucks. And they thankfully have come out and said they are going to update it. I think the update has already started rolling out. I haven't seen it, and I was on Prime yesterday, so we'll see, but supposedly it's gonna make it easier to identify things that are available through Prime or through your already paid subscriptions, and will let you know kind of what's more available, which is great because I have a 2-year-old and sometimes he sees something and says, "I wanna watch that." And I'm like, "Okay," and then I realize it's not something we have available to us. So I'm hoping that this will kind of fix the problem. Yes, he said we're already listening to customers and reviewing feedback, and it's clear many are searching for a more intuitive streaming experience. Yeah, because if you go on any other streaming service, they're way more intuitive. I feel theirs and Apple's are the least intuitive to the users. They're making improvements to make the user experience. Customer will be presented with an easy to navigate entertainment destination where you can discover new titles and enjoy favorites, as well as signing up and switching ad subscriptions. So, a newly designed navigation bar will include home, movies, shows, sports, and live TV, as well as active add ons. So, we'll see. I think this is what they've teased for it, and it doesn't look that different. So, maybe it's not gonna be that great since it's not been great for so long, but we'll find out soon. Let me if you're using it and that you see these changes, go on, let me know. I want to hear about it. If you like it, if you hate it, you know. So comment here. You can hit us up on Twitter if you want or X, should I say. Next, back to Hogwarts. Every year there is an annual global celebration. I've heard about it, but I've never paid much attention because most of the time it's in England, and that's somewhere I've yet to visit in my life. But Warner Brothers has, you know, kind of supported it and backed it up, and why not? I mean, it's Warner Brothers bread and butter. But this year they're kind of saying, "Hey, hold on, we need to change it up a little bit," because apparently what I've learned is that previously, so this takes place on September 1st when students are going back to school. Well, what has been happening previously is that thousands of Harry Potter fans will go to King's Cross dressed up. And so you gotta think King's Cross is a train station, and just thousands of people show up to celebrate Harry Potter, which is awesome. I would love to do that. Like I would love to go do something like that one day, especially when my son's growing up a little more. And what they've kind of said is, say, hey, we can't keep doing that because the celebration is growing bigger and bigger. So please do not go to King's Cross. And we'll have events elsewhere throughout the city for people to do things. And oh, I still personally would want to go to King's Cross on my own and kind of go to 9 3/4 and be cheesy. I mean, I've gone to the Universal Studios, which theme park, and you can kind of do that there, but it's not, on set, which would be really cool. Basically, they're gonna have stuff on their official YouTube channel. I believe they said they're gonna have pop-ups in various places. So in New York, however, the Hogwarts pop-up is the Vanderbilt Hall at Grand Central Terminal, so you can go to the train station there, which is cool. And they are gonna be showing the Harry Potter movies in theater for the next month or so. So I haven't looked into that yet. I don't know if that's going around locally, but I do know my son loves the first Harry Potter movie. So I might see if I can talk the wife into going. I'm sure you'll have to really twist her arm to go see Harry Potter in theaters with our son. So we're going to try to do something like that, I think. Um, I don't know. I don't think there's any local real celebrations where I live in North Carolina, but I'm going to look into it a little more and hopefully there are. If you know of any, or if you're planning to go to some, let us know. I'd love to hear, see pictures of stuff you guys are doing. I'll definitely be looking it up. All right, next. As we know, AI is increasingly encroaching in society. It's popping up everywhere. You Google something, the first thing that pops up is an AI response. You can you chat GPT to write just about anything you can want. You can use things like Canva to like AI fix things or AI create. So AI is everywhere. Everybody's dabbling in it, all these companies, including Hollywood. Won't be long before we see full on AI movies. I'm talking animation, writing, the whole nine yards. And people are already theorizing that's already happening. The movie Argyle, for example, a lot of people theorize that that was a written by AI movie. And it could be. I watched it and I can 100% see why this would be AI. Some of the things didn't make sense. And there's a lot of mystery and mystique around the writer of that. So, to start counteracting AI, Justine Bateman, who's a actor, actress, and director and producer, has launched a No AI festival for next year. Submissions will be opening. I think it's gonna be called Raw and Real, which is cool. And I have a feeling this will take off. I think it'll be indie at first because you can just easily get submissions into this since it's relatively new, but I could see this taking off, especially in the next like decade, becoming a really big thing. Because I think that's where what the camp is in the world in general is people that are like, yeah, AI is great, AI is going to help us and our lives are going to be better. Then you have people in the middle that are going, well, AI can assist us some. And then you have people on the right that are going, AI is the worst thing that's ever happened. We're in trouble. It's able to copy the voice of a president, for example, or do all sorts of things like completely create fake videos of people that look and sound just like them. So we have an interesting crossroads up front of us, and we're going to start seeing these camps develop. I will be keeping an eye on this because I think this is really cool. And I think I'm in the middle where AI can help us, but is also a very dangerous double edged sword for many, many things. Hopefully, this takes off. So you've heard it here. Hopefully, this is the first you've heard of it. And then the last thing I want to talk about, this probably isn't that interesting for a lot of people, but I find it interesting because I used to work in the banking industry. And during COVID, AMC, Regal, and I think there's one or two other major movie theater companies, all were in dire straits. So what do you do when you're in trouble? And it was COVID, you take out loans. So all these guys took out huge loans. And the problem that they've been having is that the return to theaters hasn't been as strong as it was pre-COVID. A lot of people are just decided they don't want to go back. They don't care. And a lot of things are going to streaming after 30 days, 60 days. So why go see it in theaters when you can just see it at home shortly thereafter? And so these companies are coming, the notes are coming due, and they're scrambling because if they can't pay, then you default, then you have to sell off your stuff. You go into bankruptcy, maybe you survive, maybe you don't. And it kind of goes both ways. Well, the banks don't want that either in the long run. The banks will work with companies to extend it out, especially if they can provide proof that there's rebound and all that. And that's what we're seeing with the theaters, and that's why they're showing a lot of these old movies, truth be told. That's why they're reshowing the Harry Potters and the Lord of the Rings, because they know people are going to flock to the theaters to re-see them, to rewatch them. Because who doesn't want to rewatch their favorites on the big screen? I know I do, and I will pay to go see that stuff, especially with my son. If I can take him for his first time to go see Jurassic Park in theaters one day, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So it's smart for the theaters, and I think that's what these theaters are doing. And the debtors are going, okay, we're gonna help refinance, and so that's what we're seeing here. That's what they talk about in this article. Yeah, AMC is saddled with $4.5 billion in debt, including more than 2.8 bills of mature that are due in just 2 years. Because of the looming deadline, the company has been weighing debt extension proposals. And so here, this is what they're talking about. And so they're prolonging the 1.6 billion in debt that's due in 2 years. for additional 3 years. So, that's what we're kind of seeing, and I bet Regal is gonna do the same, and, I can't remember the other company. And so, I won't be surprised, and this probably isn't interesting to you most of you guys. I personally just, like I said, find this to be interesting to see the inner workings of these companies and kind of how they're dealing with it. But this also explains why ticket prices are going up, why a hot dog is like $8 when at Costco it's $1.50 and it comes with a drink, because that's how they're trying to make their money back. This is how they're trying to draw people in and make their money. So it is what it is. And that's why they do these passes where, 20 bucks you can go monthly to see three movies a week. Because that's not where they're really making their money. It's the concessions. Will they get out of this? Probably. Will they end up going in bankruptcy? I highly doubt it. AMC and Regal are the biggest theaters in the US. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of other theaters too, but I think they have enough money and enough pull at the banks that they're not going to go into bankruptcy. So you don't have to worry about that, I think. But so enough ramblings about business dealings of the theaters that we go to. All right. That is it for the news today. Please like, comment, subscribe. Love to hear from you guys, and we'll keep on doing this. I believe Blaine will be back tomorrow. They did make it home safely from their travels. He's just exhausted and still sick. So maybe he'll be back tomorrow if he's feeling up to it. If not, it'll be for another day. All right, everybody.